me, Carrie from CarrieContours.com, and today I wanted to talk about makeup basics. Like, I want to go back to the basics. So for me, I've been doing makeup for a few years, and I honestly taught myself off of YouTube. So I figured it only makes sense to go back to the source and try and give you guys the basics of the basics. This came about because I do Closet Chronicles every other Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time with Jess, and we discuss makeup, clothing, fashion, so on and so forth. And one thing we noticed with the questions that we would get was the questions would be about the basics. It's going to be a series. We're going to start off today with just the what you need versus what you don't need. Go ahead, make sure that you are subscribed. Comment if you have any questions about what I'm going to say, so that way I can get back to you and we can keep this series going. I truly believe in my heart of hearts that makeup is not hard. Makeup is more so the collection of techniques and products that you use to create a great look. So, number one, you do not need expensive products. If you're new to makeup, you definitely want to start with drugstore or something of that nature, something in that vein. The positive with starting with a less expensive makeup brand is that you can buy multiple shades. If you really don't know, you really can't tell if you're this shade, based on the bottle, and you're in the store and you see a couple shades that look similar to you, you can just buy them both. You can buy 2 or 3 shades, like Maybelline Fit Me. Maybelline Fit Me has a really good color range, $8 a pop. That is either for the foundation stick or for the foundation, the liquid foundation. So, ciao. Go ahead and grab you some of that, try it out, and let that be your starting point. Other brands that are very inexpensive and they have a pretty good range, ColourPop is one. ColourPop does have a really great range of foundation. I went and looked at their site. Their prices range for foundation like between $12 and $16 depending on the formula that you get. So to me, that's really great in comparison to $34, $68, $72 foundation. So if you're brand new to makeup, you're definitely not going to want to make that investment. I already know. Like, I didn't want to make that investment, so I didn't. When I started makeup, I started with Maybelline Fit Me 355 Coconut. That is also the color that you see that I'm wearing today. Ain't nothing changed, honey. So if I want to switch it up with my foundation types, I might throw in an inexpensive brand like Maybelline. Maybe I run out of my higher end stuff. Boom, $8. We good, we Gucci. Another brand that might be good is Makeup Revolution. They are UK based, but their prices are really, really, really good. You can get them, I believe, from Ulta only. Don't give me the line though, maybe Sephora, but Makeup Revolution has very inexpensive products and they do have a really decent color range. But if you do go into Ulta or Sephora, you can try it on. You can possibly, I don't know if they give out samples for that brand because it is so inexpensive, but you can at least do a sample color test on yourself in the store. So that's a positive. So that covers foundation. So really quickly, I'm gonna touch on concealers. Really good concealers that a lot of people were really going crazy, especially brown girls, like was going crazy for. LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition concealers. Child, I use this today as well. I am wearing the color Fawn as my concealer. So this is like $2, $3 at the hair store. You don't need expensive products. 100%, I'm telling y'all, you don't need expensive products. So you can holler at these. You can get a whole bunch of these and try out and figure out which color is the best for you without spending a lot of money. $10, you got 5 of them. Boom. You can see which one works, which one doesn't. Another brand that would be really great for that would be ColourPop. I used ColourPop's concealer for the longest. Now, I really just stopped wearing it because I ran out of it. It was great. It's a great concealer. I've heard that it's a dupe to NARS concealer. So you're comparing a maybe $8 concealer to one that is over 20 bucks. So, I mean, I'm just saying. Number 2, you don't need the makeup counter. So this kind of goes in line with my first point. With makeup doesn't have to be expensive. When you go to the makeup counters and you go to Ulta, you go to Sephora, to me, and this might just be my personal experience, I don't necessarily feel comfortable going to the makeup counters. It's kind of annoying because I just feel like they're pushing makeup on you. They're trying to force you to buy. Especially you go to MAC. I've actually had a close friend have this happen to her. The girl at MAC, my friend made it clear that she was new to makeup. And so the girl at MAC kind of pushed her into spending like close to $500. Now, I know, that might seem crazy, but that's what happened. And my friend, she just felt the pressure. And so she bought it. She did take the step back, because she was like, I don't need all this stuff. But in the moment, she just felt immense pressure. Makeup it should be easy. It should be fun. This is something to make you look better than what you already look. You're already beautiful. Just add a little pizzazz, a little razzle dazzle on there. And so when you're in a situation where it makes makeup not fun, that really sucks, and it's really discouraging to a lot of people. I know that for sure. I feel you, okay? Unless you're somebody who really needs the help, the assistance, who just is really indecisive, I would say you can kind of skip the counters at this point. There are so many online quizzes you can take to find your color, to find your undertone, to find your shade match, which we will cover in the next video in this series. I believe it's the next video. Don't give me the line, but it's coming. You can skip the makeup counters. You don't have to feel that pressure. And especially right now, we're in the middle of a panoramic, and you don't need to be out there in the streets anyway. My point is, too many opinions can also lead you astray if the person at the makeup counter doesn't necessarily know all of what they're doing because you're a different skin tone than them. Hello, I've actually had somebody got their makeup done by MAC. The person was not of their skin complexion and did not know what to do with black skin, with brown people's skin. And so my friend was out here looking like a ghost. It was really bad, really sad, because it was for a special occasion. So anywho, just, do what you will, do what you want to do, but I personally don't think you need to have a specialist or a consultant to help you with your makeup, help you pick it out. There's so many other options that you have nowadays. Number three, my number three mixed in with my number two already. You should definitely take the online quizzes that come with certain brands, foundations. Like, they have online quizzes to ask you, what is your skin type? What is your undertone, and so on and so forth. If you don't know your undertones, that's fine. We'll get to that later. At this point, know your skin type. Do you have dry skin? Do you have oily skin? Do you have combination skin? Those are things that you definitely need to know, because you want to know which type of foundation you want to get. So if you're an oily girl, you definitely don't want to get a dewy foundation, because girl, you're going to be looking oilier, okay? Take hella foundation quizzes. Especially, so say you go to the drugstore, you find I keep saying Maybelline Fit Me because that's just the one that I know and like. But say you take the Maybelline Fit Me and you come out as 355 coconut like me. So then you can go to Fenty's website. If you decide, I want to branch out, you can go to their website, take their quiz. They're going to ask you, what brand are you a similar color to? And then Fenty would spit out a color based on their quiz. But you definitely want to start with at least one base color that you know is your color. So I think it's much easier just to start with a drugstore brand. You can find one that matches and then go from there, instead of the opposite way. You spend less money in the long run, to me. So I don't know, maybe I'm cheap. Maybe you got it like that. If you got it like that, you go ahead and spend it. You also want to make sure that you take a foundation quiz twice a year. So you want to take it when you are most pale, which is usually in the winter time. And then you want to take a quiz that you have spring, summer. So that way you have two different colors that you can use. Now, this is just an extra step if you want to make sure that everything matches. There are some ways that you can play around with your foundation to make it to where it doesn't really matter. As long as you're not the type of person who, goes from ghastly white to a Caribbean brown, between winter and summer. You can kind of finesse your way using concealer probably to like make yourself look about the same color, but it really depends. It depends on if you laying out on the beach for 10 hours during the summer. Your winter shade ain't gonna work, baby. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Don't do it to yourself. Okay, and here's my final point. Child, this was me when I first started makeup. I just thought that I needed to try all the foundations and all the concealers and all the everything that came out. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because what's going to happen is you're going to spend all your money. You're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I have so much stuff to do when it comes to my makeup routine. And then you're going to stop doing it. You're going to be like, this is too much. I'm really not feeling it. You know, you're going to feel overwhelmed because honestly, to keep it 100 with you, makeup influencers, a lot of them are getting free product. A lot of them are getting paid to talk about the products. It gets to be a lot. You have to think about makeup. Makeup is trendy. Makeup trends change all the time. So my advice to you is find what you like and stick with that until you find something better. Okay, so start easy, start with the basics. Do not try and do what your favorite influencer is doing, because once again, they are selling something, they are promoting something. For the most part, they might actually really like it. You know, I'm not going to say that anybody's being disingenuous, but they also got it for free. And they might be in a different tax bracket than you. So don't go out here just trying to buy. You don't need all that. Just get the basics. In this series, we're going to talk about the basics of what you need and what you don't need. Like what you need to buy in order to get a good beat face like this one, and what you don't need at all. Okay? The trends will come and go. They will pass. Do not get swept up. I got swept up in the hype to the point where I was just like, I was over makeup, like 100%. I had to take a break. So don't overwhelm yourself. Please just take it easy. Makeup is supposed to be fun. Like I said earlier, it is there to enhance you. It's there to make you more beautiful than what you already are. And that's only temporary. So don't make it a big thing. Like it's cool. It's cool, but it's like, do what you can, you know. Now have just a few basics of what you need to look for when you go out to the drugstore and or shop online for some of the less expensive products. You can try and find your color, and once you find your color, then we'll be able to move into the next round of things. We'll get more in depth, more into the weeds when it comes to undertones, what products you need exactly, what tools that you need, and your techniques. So this is the Makeup Basics series by me, Carrie, from CarrieContours.com. Go ahead and check out the accompanying blog that will go with this video. I'll have a list of the products and the links. I will see you guys back for the next video. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.